Otis Ray Redding Jr. was born September 9, 1941, and died at the age of 26 years old, December 10, 1967. He was an American singer and songwriter. He is considered one of the greatest singers in the history of American popular music, and a seminal artist in soul music and rhythm and blues. Redding's style of singing gained inspiration from the gospel music that preceded the genre. His singing style influenced many other soul artists of the 1960s. Redding was born in Dawson, Georgia, and he is the fourth of 6 children, and the first son of Otis Redding Sr. and Fatty Rosamond Redding Sr. Redding's breakthrough came in 1958 on disc jockey Hamp Swain's The Teenage Party, a talent contest at the local Roxy and Douglas theaters. Johnny Jenkins, a locally prominent guitarist, was in the audience, and finding Redding's backing band lacking in musical skills, he offered to accompany him. Redding sang Little Richard's Heebie-Jeebies, and the combination won the cash prize of $5, which is equivalent to about $50 US today. And Jenkins later worked as lead guitarist and played with Redding during several lead gigs. At age 18, Redding met 15-year-old Zelma Atwood at the Teenage Party, and she gave birth to their son, Dexter, in the summer of 1960, and married Redding in 1961. In mid-1960, Otis moved to Los Angeles with his sister Deborah, while Zelma and the children stayed in Macon, Georgia. Redding and his wife had 4 children: Dexter, Demetra, Carla, and Otis Redding III. By 1967, the band was traveling to performances in Redding's Beechcraft H-18 airplane. Although the weather was poor and with heavy rain and fog, and despite warnings, the plane took off. The cause of the crash was never determined. James Brown claimed in his autobiography, The Godfather of Soul, he had warned Redding not to fly in the plane. The other victims of the crash were 4 members of the Bar-Kays: guitarist Jimmy King, tenor saxophonist Phelan Jones, organist Ronnie Caldwell, and drummer Carl Cunningham, their valet, Matthew Kelly, and the pilot Fraser. Redding died just 3 days after re-recording Sitting on the Dock of the Bay, and was survived by Selma and the 4 children. Redding's music made him wealthy. According to several advertisements, he had over 200 suits and 400 pairs of shoes, and he earned about $35,000 per week for his concerts, and he spent $125,000 on his ranch. As the owner of Otis Redding Enterprises, his performances, music publishing, ventures, and royalties from record sales earned him more than $1 million in 1967 alone. He sold more records than Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin combined. Sittin' on the Dock of the Bay was released in 1968, and it became Redding's only single to reach #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, and the first posthumous #1 single in the U.S. chart history. It sold approximately 4 million copies worldwide, and received more than 8 million airplays. Redding's premature death devastated Stax. Already on the verge of bankruptcy, the label soon discovered that Atco division of Atlantic Records owned the rights to his entire song catalog. Redding received many posthumous accolades, including 2 Grammy Awards, the Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award, and the induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and the Songwriters Hall of Fame. In addition to Sittin' on the Dock of the Bay, he also wrote Respect and Try a Little Tenderness. For more of Otis Redding's songs, please check out the Spotify list, and I will be doing my rendition of Sittin' on the Dock of the Bay. Sitting in the morning sun, I'll be sitting when the evening comes, watching the ships roll in, then I watch them roll away again. Yeah, I'm sitting at the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Ooh, I'm just sitting at the dock of the bay, wasting time. Left my home in Georgia, headed for the Frisco Bay, 'cause I had nothing to live for. It looks like nothing nothing's going my way. So I'm just sitting at the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Ooh, sitting at the dock of the bay, wasting time. Looks like nothing's gonna change. Everything still remains the same. I can't do what 10 people tell me to do, so I guess I'll remain the same. Oh, sitting here resting my bones, and this loneliness won't leave me alone. Since 2,000 miles I roam, just to make this dock my home. Now I'm just gonna sit at the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Yeah, sitting at the dock of the bay, wasting time. Watching the tide roll away. Yeah, sitting at the dock of the bay, wasting time.